guys, so I do want to talk to you really quickly about the liver. We looked at it a little bit in one of the other videos, but we weren't able to go in too deep. So the liver is in our upper right quadrant. It's pretty much the biggest single solid internal organ we have. It's very large. It sits inferior to the diaphragm and lateral to the right of the stomach, the spleen. Posterior to it is the inferior vena cava, and the liver itself has 4 lobes. Anteriorly, you can see 2 of the 4. So you have your right lobe and your left lobe. They're quite large and they're separated by the falciform ligament. But if we flip the liver model over and look at it from an inferior perspective, we can see the other 2 lobes are pretty small. This one is the quadrate lobe, so quad meaning 4, so it's kind of like a square with 4 sides near the gallbladder here. And then the caudate lobe sort of looks like a little tail, so caudal means towards the tail. So here's your caudate lobe. Now where the hepatic vessels are entering and exiting, we call this the porta hepatis. The other aspect you can see here, so gallbladder we talked about in another video as well, but just to reiterate, so the liver is making bile to get it out of the liver. It comes out of the right and left hepatic ducts. They merge and form the common hepatic duct. Gallbladder is an off-site storage center for bile. So to get to and from the gallbladder, we take the cystic duct. When cystic duct merges with common hepatic, we get the common bile duct that goes down towards the pancreas. This is inferior vena cava, just to be clear. And the last thing I believe that's on your lab list is the Baire area. So the serous membrane covers the majority of the internal abdominopelvic organs. So anteriorly here, we're covered with that serous membrane, but there are some areas along the superior and posterior aspects of the liver that aren't covered by serous membranes. And so we call those the Baire area. So it's a little bit irregular in shape, but you can see it's kind of bumpy on the models.